We're bringing back an old friend here.
Yep, absolutely. What a great smile. Golly, it's good to see you. Great to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gerry Bohanon, BYU quarterback. Obviously got to know him, made that great run on Baylor's championship team that won and beat Ole Miss in the Sugar Bowl. Then it was USF. Great to see you. Great to see you, man. Great. We had Kalani Sitake on. He's been on a lot. He could not rave enough about what you meant to them, even though Retzlaff had a great year of what you meant to that team. But that's who you've always been, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's just the way I was raised, the man I want to show up and be every single day.
What's this process like for you now, showing the scouts what you can do? What have they told you about, what you need to work on or what you can try to do new things?
Honestly, it was – you spent the ball really well today. We want to reach out and kind of see what we can figure something out. So just to honestly hear that coming from my situation and what I've been through, that was why I came. I just wanted to hear that. I just want the opportunity.
Gary, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, you good. You good.
How would you describe the last 4 or 5 years? I mean, just the moving around, the ups, the downs, the championships, the losses. I mean, everything in between. What would young Gary see and old Gary now and vice versa?
For me, I would say the number one thing I can compare it to that I look at it as a sunrise. There was ups, there was down, it was bright, it was dark. I had moments where I felt like maybe this wasn't for me. I had moments where I didn't know if I'd be able to throw the ball again. I had moments where I ended up having to move my son and transfer and just so many different things and so much uncertainty. So for me, I would just say a sunrise, something that old Gary, I know I learned a lot during the situation, but I know I would get frustrated a lot. Gary right now would say thank you because it made me who I am today. It's helping carry me over in life. Like, I feel like there's no situation that I can't handle now. Like, I feel like I'm good mentally. I feel like I'm Thor. Seriously, because it's like, everything I've been thrown, I've dealt with, I've handled it. And I've handled it with a smile. That's hard to do. And so for me, I've never wavered. I never changed my ways. I was never mean to anybody. I was never talking negative about anybody. That's not who I am. I know what I've been through my last 4 or 5 years. I stayed the same me. Actually, I got better and became a better me. So for me, that's the number one thing for me.
I think that's what people will always respect about you. But obviously there was football success, too, and how you handled. What was the conversation like? Because we haven't talked to you since the Sugar Bowl championship team. What was that conversation like when Baylor needed to make a decision at quarterback? And in the end, they were trying to help you as well by allowing you to leave, but, God, that had to be difficult.
It was difficult. It was a difficult situation, difficult conversation, but kind of just felt it was the best to kind of part ways from both sides. It was kind of probably that time, I guess. I mean, of course, we both disagreed on some things, which I don't really like to talk too much about, but I don't know. I would have preferred to stay there and finish my years there, but, I mean, I guess we saw things differently.
You got the USF situation was kind of unfortunate for you because you pretty much got hurt right when you started there. Hey, I'm in Tampa, boom, hurt, and so you couldn't even really hit the ground running there.
And the crazy thing about the USF time, I just got into a groove.
Yeah.
You know how sometimes you go to a new place, you get with a new team. I just got there in May. I go through summer, fall camp. First 2 games are rough. The next 2.5 games, I'm in a groove. 5 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns. I'm in the second quarter of Tulane, 2 or 3 touchdowns. It's like I finally found that groove that I needed to be in. So it's like for me, just as soon as I found it,
and that was a good offense for you. You really kind of, it looked like it was, because you could do all your skills. Golish is a really interesting coach and all that. But again, and then you have to fight back again. But like you said, you built you some armor on it, didn't you?
I had to. Yeah. I had to, and that's one thing for me. I'm always take pride in this is not just some soft guy that haven't experienced a lot in life. I've experienced a lot and I've handled it well, and I wear that with pride. And I just hope someday that anybody that look at me, anybody that asks about me or hear anything about me, that never changes. That guy showed up to be the same guy every day, and regardless of the football player he was a great person.
What was it like to end up at BYU? You got the logo on your chest there. We love Kalani Sitake. He's been on the show a lot of times, and he's just a great dude. But how would you describe that latest chapter in your life and just the experiences out in Provo and the crazy fan base and obviously a very successful season as well?
Very successful season, the craziest fan base. I tell anybody. That place, one night when we played Utah, we got back probably about 3 in the morning. It is 3,000 kids at the facility.
Oh, wow.
3,000 kids at the facility. Like, we can't even drive and get to our cars. They, like, rocking the bus. I'm like, this is college football. Like, I haven't been in Temple. I didn't even really get the experience there because we weren't having that much success. But
And you're in an NFL stadium, too. It's different.
It's so different. Like, it's
Yeah.
and you have so many professional teams. It's so different.
Yeah.
And so being able to get in that experience and just being at BYU, like I've built relationships I feel like I have for the rest of my life. I was able to learn from Coach Kalani. I was able to learn from everybody there. So for me, it was a really good experience. I was able to get healthy. For me, I don't know if I would have got healthy if I didn't go there. They took every step and helped me every step along the way just to get me to be like, okay, Gary, do you feel well? And people don't know like how hard it is to come back from a labrum tear as a thrower. And for me, they did. They supported me throughout all of that, supported me and gave me the opportunity to even transfer and play. So for me, it was just a great experience. Outside of football, I had a great experience there. Picked up new habits. I was able to network. I still talk to my mentor that I had there to this day. So for me, it was a great experience.
Where did that come from, your leadership skills, your ability to be resilient, to weather the storm, so to speak, and still come out? Not that it didn't hurt sometimes, but smiling and keep your head up.
Seeing my mom and dad do it. Never hear them complain. Mom wake up 4 in the morning, go to work, get us ready, take us to school, do it with 3 kids, still working, come home at 7, 8 o'clock, still got to feed us, still got to get us ready for bed, still have to do all this, and never ever be like, I don't think I can do this. Never heard it. My dad started 2 businesses, worked a job. I don't know if I can do this. I never heard it. Never heard it. So for me, just growing up, even from when I started playing sports as a kid, like if I missed free throws in a game, my mama would make me come home and run laps down the street and everything.
Really?
Yeah. She would make me shoot 100 layups that night. My dad, like, I remember games in high school, I could have 7 touchdowns. I could throw 2 incompletions, 1 interception. I never heard about none of the touchdowns. It was always the interception or the missed pass. So for me, it's that mindset of you always going to deal with adversity. How can you be better? So for me, every day, how can I be better? How can I be better? At whatever that is, if I'm being a dad at the moment, sitting here talking to you, how can I be better right now? So that's my approach to everything that I experience and everything that I do.
I want to go back to the Sugar Bowl, which was an amazing night. Like, rolling in, like Ole Miss, they're right down the street, right? So they had tons of fans. And I mean, obviously, Baylor turnout was great too. But you guys physically dominated them. What did that feel like to be able to like stare down a team like that and then just you broke them physically?
I think if you were able to see practice from fall camp throughout the season, I don't know if everybody remembered that our practices were very intense, very competitive. You didn't know, you couldn't even tell who was going to be the dominant side, like watching practice, because defense can win today, offense can win, defense. So it's like we wanted, all of us as leaders, as a team, practice was harder than the games. We wanted to be that way. That was the way we took it every single day. So we come in and practice this hard. Saturday going to be easy. And that was the approach we all wanted. We all, the best of the best. My shoulder hurt. Nope, we practicing. The receiver's tired. Taekwon's tired. We practicing. Terrell and PG banged up. Whatever. We are practicing. And it was like that mentality. We all built an arm around ourselves, but we built an arm around each other. So it was like, once you got that out there on the field, there's nothing you can do about that. You got 11 guys on each side of the ball together. You can't do anything about that.
So you came in 2018. They were obviously in very much a transition, had some obvious issues with the program. Matt Rule comes in, tries to turn it around, and you guys do eventually in 2021 win the Big 12 championship. Just what was that like to be a part of where you started to unfortunately where it finished, but I mean, where does that rank amongst just your accomplishments and being a part of something like that?
It's very, very high because I had SEC offers, Georgia, Ole Miss, Mississippi. I had everybody. It was about going somewhere where it mattered. It was bigger than just going to be a number on a team. It was about going to a place where I could go there and matter. Like, I was not just a number. I was able to go there and make impact on the community, the team, whatever. It was about that transition that I wanted to experience, and I didn't want to just go somewhere and be like, yeah, I could have went to Georgia. I could have went to Bama. I could have did all that, but I want to go somewhere, a culture that's stuck. I want to go somewhere where I could be a part of a culture that lasted forever. That team, everybody will remember that team. And you can look at us and remember the record. That was the closest team that I'd been a part of. And just if you could just be around us, we did everything together. So we talk now. Like, we still talk. We still have those relationships. So, like, for me, that's what it was about. It wasn't just going somewhere where, let me just go here and get a degree. No, let me go here and build some relationships along while I get this degree. Let's win some games while I get this degree. Let me become a better man as I get this degree. So it was about all of those things, and that was the place that checked every box for me.
Never forget when you committed out of Arkansas, when you were in high school at Arkansas, I talked to your coach, and it was like you were in an area that didn't have a lot of attention, but people knew you. I remember digging into where you were and the school you went to, and it was so cool to watch you grow up from that point on.
Early?
Right.
Earl. That's Earl. Yeah, I was thinking
Earl,
of the
Arkansas.
E on the end, though.
Yeah.
Very small, and that was the thing for me. I mean, I could have transferred. I had every big school in Arkansas I could have went to. Every big school in Tennessee I could have went to. I didn't want it to be that way. I want to be in Earl. There are many, many kids from that little area that are on Division I teams, Division II teams right now. Before I was coming out, I was the one hoping that I could be the one to do that and get coaches to come there. I have coaches that have coached me before. They text me when they're in Earl, Arkansas, passing through there. Like, yeah, I'm recruiting a school right now.
Wow.
And for me, that's bigger, and that means more to me than my whole collegiate career, because, like, somebody behind me got an opportunity to go.
You opened the door.
To college. And that was my reason for staying there.
Maybe we should go here. Like, maybe coaches go, hey, it can't just be one guy. Let's go look, right?
Now they go look.
Yeah, now they go look. Yeah, exactly.
They go look. So for me, that was important. I didn't want to go to a school and just be a guy there. I want to be the one that made a huge change in the community that would stick for years. That's the way I wanted to do it.
You had 4 very different head coaches over your time. That's got to be kind of wild, because Matt Rule, we know him really well. I mean, he's a culture builder, a program builder. He's a little more intense than maybe Dave Aranda, who's Yoda, who's Zen,
right.
and calm. And then you had Alex Golish, who's like kind of a little bombastic, I think, but really brilliant football mind. And then Kalani Sitake, who, again, like, the first bad thing I hear about him will be the first bad thing whatever. Like, everybody loves that guy.
And also I had Jeff Scott, too, before
that's right.
Golish got to it. So 5.
Yeah, 5.
But
yeah.
I was able to learn from each and every one of them. They all were great leaders in their own way. They were great coaches in their own ways. So it's like, for me to have that, it may seem like that must be a lot, but I would say it taught me a lot. They all challenged me differently. They challenged the teams differently. And, like, seeing all of them as fathers, as men, as sons of God. So just being able to see that helped shape me and help me reflect on myself each and every day.
So you mentioned Terrell Bernard, Jalen Petrie a little bit earlier. TB just got paid last week. Yeah, man.
Just got paid.
Yeah, he did. Jalen's obviously had a really nice career, man. What's it like to see those guys? And, I was going against those guys in practice every day.
Dude, you can't do nothing but be happy for them.
Yeah.
Those guys grinded, deserved it, started off being guys that didn't even play. And now they're NFL stars. Like, if Petrie didn't get hurt this year, Petrie would have been in the same situation. Xavier Newman is continuing.
Yeah.
He's sticking around.
Yeah, he is.
Taquan Thornton, like, a lot of guys, like, even guys like Jermichael Hasty and Blake, like, when I first came to college, like, those guys, that brand, that goes to show you what type of team we had, what type of coaches we had as leaders. All those guys are going there and last.
Yeah.
Don't have to be the fastest, don't have to be the biggest, don't have to be, but they are who they are. And we created that.
The 2016-17 team, when they were 1-11, Rule kept talking about the process. And, of course, some people were like, stop. And turning players into pros, whether it was football or not. But they were going to turn them to learn how to be a pro. He did it. No one believed him.
Literally.
I mean, apparently the players did. But a lot of people were like, you're 1-11. You're, what was it next year, 7-6, but you made he did it.
Texas Bowl, that was the thing. And that's what I tell people. People ask about those guys. I'm like, they were pros before starters. They've always been pros. And so that's the number one thing. Like, that process was real. And if you can be a pro each and every day of your life, like, you're going to be – that's who you are.
Your story sounds a lot to me like Petrie's a little bit, and that you wanted to go a place and make a difference. Petrie was the only guy committed in the class when Rule got the job, and we kind of thought like,
why?
Like, dude, just go. Like, like nobody's gonna think less of you for it. And you asked Jalen, he's like, no, I wanted to go to school at Baylor. It wasn't about. It was I wanted to be here. That's where I wanted to be, and he's one of the all-time greats there.
Exactly.
But it was finding, and that's hard. Like that's hard to do than go and find fast guys, right? Is finding guys who want to be somewhere.
And that's the thing. Petrie is bigger than football.
Yeah,
he's bigger than him. Mm-hmm. He's a selfless guy, humble. What he wants, he's a guy that's gonna commit to everything to help make it better. You believe in him. Once we make that commitment, we had a team full of guys to make a commitment, and we were gonna do whatever to uplift it. So that was the thing.
So as far as the right now goes, how do you feel about just everything today, and then just moving forward? Kind of what's on your docket and things that you're just looking to, wait on or accomplish here in the next few weeks?
Just to continue, go home, spend some time with my son. Think about my son.
What's that? I mean, I wanted to ask you about just being a dad, and I mean, because you mentioned it earlier. I mean, you're smiling right now, even thinking about it. But
yeah. I mean, it's nothing short of amazing. It's a blessing. It's everything. I mean, I had him young at Baylor, trying to figure out life, but knowing that I had him throughout all that, and no matter, I had a lot of dark times. I had an injury. I didn't know if I was going to play. My son showed up smiling for me every day.
Yeah.
When you say his name, when you say son, you don't have to say his name. I started smiling because that joy, that kept me going. When I didn't think I had nothing left in the tank, it kept me going. So for me, go home, see that smile, and kind of enjoy it, because right now, lately, these last couple months, I've been in the grind just to get in a position to come here and compete. And it's like, now it's just a waiting game. I mean, I talked to a couple scouts, and they said I threw it well, so I hope somebody reach out after the draft. And for me, just spend time, continue to get better, continue to train, continue to polish myself, and spend time with my son, enjoy those moments.
I tell you what, I hope you get to play at the next level. But whether you do or not, you're a CEO of being a great human being.
Thank you.
And you really are. And you always have been that way. That's the way we've always thought about you, whether we had ever seen. It's great to see you again.
Great to see
Loved
you
covering you at Baylor, and obviously proud of you, what you've done at BYU and everything else in between. We appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thank y'all for having me on.
Gerry Bohanon, BYU quarterback, with us in Frisco at Big 12 Pro Days.